Coming in, you guys, it's day number 102 of my 365-day Jimmy Ice Bath Challenge. Every day here in the year 2022, I have been putting my body on purpose into a beautiful tub full of ice. This is the Morozco Forge, as my chicken likes to come on. Did you decide to come on really early today and make a lot of noise? She's got a whole big backyard, and she decides to come right here, right when I'm starting a live video. You know you've got loud lungs. I can't do this if I hear you squawking over me. Yeah. I should put her in the ice bath and see what happens. Frozen chicken. Anyway, we are here today, you guys. Day number 102 of my 365-day Jimmy Ice Bath Challenge, as my chicken keeps laughing at me. Shut up. I know. I'll throw some water on her. They all thought I was... I love my chickens, but they are a pain in the ass sometimes. Okay, where was I? Yes, you guys. 365-day challenge, day 102. Today I want to talk about something that actually came up last week. So last week I had my friend Dr. Rimka come on, and she was talking about, or asking me, hey, are you doing anything about the toxins in your body needing to be removed? Because when you go into an ice bath, and I'll talk more about this in the ice bath, I will tell you about the toxins get released, but you need some way to remove those. So we're going to talk about what I'm doing now here when I get in today. But let's get into the ice bath, and then when I'm done, as always, we will go on a little walk, and feel free to ask your questions. 32.5 degrees Fahrenheit, by the way, so very cold, lots of ice. I think there's a big ridge of ice down at the bottom, so I'm going to be very careful going in. 5 minutes on the clock, and here we go. Let me find that ridge. Ooh, there it is. Yikes. Okay, you guys, I want to talk about one of the things that the ice bath does that you may not even realize it is doing. So getting into cold actually turns on a lot of processes in the body to help you get rid of things that you don't need. And so I remember the first time, and I've told you this story before, but the first time I ever got into the Morozco Forge at 32 degrees Fahrenheit, the coldest I had done before that was like in the 40s. I had never gone this cold with the ice bath. And when I got out of the ice bath, I had these big, I mean, humongous red blotches all over my belly. It was all in my arm. it looked pretty sickly. I didn't know what was going on. I remember writing to the Morosco Forge people going, what in the world? They're like, detoxification. So as you are going into cold therapy and going colder, you might notice these little markings, and it's like, okay, that is a sign that there are detoxing properties to this cold therapy happening. And so last week on one of my ice bath challenges, Dr. Rimka, my friend Dr. Stephanie Rimka, was on watching live, and she decided to pop on and come up on stage and talk to me. And she asked me, hey Jimmy, are you taking any binders? So if you don't know what a binder is, think about activated charcoal or other forms of things that you can take that would grab toxins in the body. So when you're fasting, binders are helpful. Obviously, if you're doing anything toxic like drinking alcohol, binders can help you bind all the toxins from that. But she said, I wonder if you're releasing a lot of toxins, but you're not allowing your body to clear them. So use binders. Well, I already had some binders with me here at the house. I just took them on occasion. I didn't take them regularly. I wasn't even thinking as part of the ice bath that would be something I could or should do. So I have been taking the binders. I'm going to show you what it looks like here, the specific one that I use. But I did reorder some over the weekend, and I just got 2 new bottles here. So I got plenty on hand. Not all binders are alike. Don't go down to your local vitamin shop or other supplement store and say, hey, I need a binder. They're going to sell you like an activated charcoal that may have really crappy stuff in it. So I'll show you the brand that I use so you can know which one could be a good one. But binders help you with the toxins that are released from the ice baths. All right, it's about to be 0, so let me go under. See, my chickens aren't the only ones that can be loud. I can be loud. I can be loud. I can be strong. I can be violet sky. I do feel so good coming out of that ice bath when I dunk my head under. There's no greater feeling in the world. Can't fight the feeling. Jersey time. Put that on. Oh, by the way, so I've got, this is the one that I use. I know it's backwards on your screen, but it's a company called Systemic Formulas, and this is their specific one. It's just called Bind. So this is the one that I use, that I just ordered a couple of new bottles. You can get it on Amazon. And again, they're not a sponsor. They're a really high quality binder product. And if you came in late, that's what we're talking about here today. Is should you be taking binders while you are doing ice baths? And there's an argument that because you're doing a lot of detoxification with the ice bath, that you should be taking binders. And so I'm going to start taking them on a regular basis. The only thing about binders is you need to make sure that you're not taking any medications or taking any supplements around the time that you're taking them, because it will strip all of those out of your body. Like literally what it does is it binds to literally all the things in the body that it senses as a toxin. And it might mistake, if you just took a supplement or just took a medicine, especially the medicine, it might mistake that as a toxin and will remove that from your body. So you don't want that to happen when you're taking these binders. And so those of you who came in late, welcome. It's day 102 of my 365-day Jimmy Ice Bath Challenge. Today's topic was, should you be taking binders, things like activated charcoal, while you are doing an ice bath? And the argument for yes, you should be, is ice baths will activate and mobilize a lot of removal of toxins from your body. But the problem is it can't remove them. It just puts them into the bloodstream. And so what these binders can do, like that one from Systemic Formulas called Bind, what they do is basically go in and grab those toxins. And then they're excreted out of the, you know where it's excreted. I don't have to tell you. I don't have to be graphic. So. Where things get excreted, that's where they're excreted. All right, let's scroll back to the top. See who all's here today. Thank you guys so much. John is here. Camilo, CC Guide Dog, Sharon, Linda, Teresa, Dr. McManany, Carrie, Holly, Paul, Sister, Matt, Allison. As always, by the way, if you have questions about cold therapy or you just want to talk to me, feel free to write your comments below. Mary's here. Bulletproof says, go Jimmy, and had a lot of chicken emojis because, yes, if you missed the beginning, one of my chickens decided to give me a hard time and troll me when I first came on. I've got a rock in my shoe, so that hurts. I have to stop. There was a big old rock in my shoe. Ow. That hurts. Nikki's here. Sharon's laughing at me. CC Guide Dog says, cold cock. Talking about throwing ice at them. That was funny. Cold cock. But, Tammy's here. Nutrient Dense Teas is here. Jeff and Carolyn. Sister says, does doing the ice bath ever get any easier? Or is it just as shocking every day? That is a great question. Look, I feel like the initial part of getting in is always going to be a challenge, but I'm okay with that, by the way. I think doing things that scare you, doing things that take your breath away, doing things that are a challenge that are hard is always a good thing. Because what you're telling your brain is, I know this is gonna suck, but I'm gonna do it anyway. And that's what I see. How I view the ice bath is, yes, I get in, and you guys see immediately when I get in, it takes my breath away. I'm immediately gasping for air because it is so intense, that cold. Look, if you've never done 32 degrees Fahrenheit before, that is intensely cold water. You can stand in 32 degree air. I promise you, it is nothing like dipping your body into 32 degree water. It's tough. Now, how long does it stay, that kind of freak out? Maybe like 10, 15 seconds. And then I'm okay. Then it's just a matter of breathing and then eventually slowing down the breathing. So to answer your question, gets easier getting in? No. But I kind of like that. Sorry, she scared the hell out of me. Whew, she was so quiet, I didn't even see her behind me. Sorry, she honked her horn. That scared the shit out of me. She was sweet, though. She was waving at me. Hey, dumbass, you already dipped your body in cold water. Can you get out of the road now? All right, where was I? Yes, easier. Getting in. Sorry, that kind of threw me off. Getting into the ice bath is still very hard, and I like it that way because I want to be a little bit scared of this. Just so I can say, okay, that's not easy, but I did it anyway. But as far as the doing 5 minutes, look, I do 5 minutes every day. I've gotten pretty good at doing 5 minutes in the ice bath, so that's gotten a lot easier, for sure. And I like it. I like it a lot. I like it like that because I know what it's done for me benefits-wise. Not just physically, but also mentally. All the things that I've been talking about for these first 102 days. Tammy says, I would think it would be painful at first. Well, it is. I mean, pain is very subjective, so it's hard to say, oh, yes, it's definitely painful. But also remember, I didn't just jump into 32 degrees Fahrenheit first time I ever did cold therapy. No, I started with warm. At the end of my hot shower, I turned it on the warm. And that was all I could take. And like over a period of 2 to 3 years, I was able to slowly work it down all the way to the coldest setting on the shower, and then dumping ice into a bathtub. And I did that for a heck of a long time before I got the Morosco Forge. And so keep the context in mind, you guys. When you watch me get into an ice bath, I'm not a newbie. I've been doing this a while. If you've never done anything at all, your starting point, and I'm going to underscore this in my book that I'm writing on this, your starting point, if you've never done anything at all, is going to be as cold as you can tolerate, where it's uncomfortable but still doable in the shower. That's the key. Uncomfortable but still doable, and doable with breath work. The problem with people who start ice baths, who start cold therapy, is the propensity to hold their breath. So if you get into an icy cold shower and you're just like, you're making it 10 times worse than it needs to be. But instead, if you get into that cold and you're just like, I got this, while it's hitting you. You guys, if you watched the video that I posted of Sharon, who's on here right now, from yesterday, I posted it on my reels. If you watched that video, Sharon, she did it the right way. She stepped right in there. She got all the way in. And the first thing she did was focus on her breath. She watches me do it every single day. So well done, Sharon. You taught everybody, you schooled everybody at 77 years old on how you do it. You get in and you breathe. That's the key. If you can do that, then it won't be painful. Nope. Dawn Marie's here. Delan. Big Raider Daddy. Tammy says, do you have chickens? Yeah. I showed them at the very beginning. But I have 10 backyard chickens. They poop me out breakfast all the time. So, yes, I have had chickens for 9 years. A little while. I came to the conclusion that if I'm going to talk about real food, it's a little disingenuous of me to talk about real food, but then not be someone who tries to have as local as it gets, which your backyard is as local as you get. So if you have a garden, if you have chickens, goats, whatever you got, and I know not everybody's able to do that, but if you can do that, you should at least try. Golsa's here. J. Robin, Natalie, C. Marshall, Kira, D. Double, John, Rousey, Marta, Dr. Sunners, JC, Bootcamp Betty, Gwen, May, Molly, May waves hello. Hello, May. Thanks for being here today. Amy's here. Sharon says, so inspiring. Thank you. You're inspiring to me. I look at you getting into that cold pool in your backyard at 77 years old, and I think about my own mom, who's in her early 70s. She would never. She's got a lot of health issues that precludes her from those kinds of things, but you're doing it. You're an inspiration. Tomas is here. Miss Beth is here. Dr. Sand. Tammy says, sorry, I did not see the beginning. I have 15 chickens. Well, cool. Excellent. Sleuth of Truth is here. Sharon says 55 degrees is not as cold as I should have done, but it's all I had. Hey, 55 degrees is not chump change. Do not marginalize what it is that you're doing getting into that 55 degrees. 55 degrees is a lot colder than most people would ever allow themselves to get into, Sharon. So I think it's great. I think it was so funny where you were like 77, baby. And then you got down and like 4 or 5 seconds later, she's like, all right, I'm getting out. I've had enough. I'm done. I'm out. It was so funny. You cracked me up. And this is why we love you, Sharon. Sleuth of Truth says hi. Sunflower is here. MSM is here. Sadie's here. So yeah, you guys, day number 102. If you're doing cold therapy, you should probably be taking binders. And like I showed you earlier, the brand that I use is from Systemic Formulas. It's called Bind. You can look up Systemic Formulas on a Google search. I got those bottles of Bind off of Amazon, actually. So you can go get that for yourself. And yeah, the last thing you want to do is start moving toxins and then have no way to remove those toxins. So you can mobilize toxins. So you can mobilize the toxins in your body, but if you're not removing them, they're just going to settle back in to your body. So I'm actively adding this in. Thank you to Dr. Remke putting that on my radar screen to consider. And she's right. She's right. All right, guys. Y'all are quiet today. Cat got your tongue. I'm the one that froze my butt off. Y'all aren't supposed to be the ones frozen. Hope you've had a great day. I have. I've had several really cool conversations with friends and did a podcast with my friend Brittany that will be airing Sunday, One Step Deeper podcast. What else have I done? All the usual stuff, just doing my social media things, chilling out a little bit. Yes, I work hard, but I think you can work in parts of your day to kind of learn to just chill. I think that's helpful as well. So tomorrow, you guys, I have a podcast at 1 o'clock Eastern time that will be on Instagram Live. So go follow me, Living Low Carb Man, LIVIN LOWCARBMAN. It will have Raymond Nazone and Emily Harveau, who is usually on here on my videos. And then Bart K. They're going to tell us about their program of feasting and fasting. And it's a really fascinating kind of concept of what they came up with. And they've been taking a lot of people through the program from the Steak and Butter Gal gang people. So real excited to talk with them. I've never had on Instagram the little 4 squares where 4 of us are all on at the same time. So this ought to be interesting. Really excited. Oh, and by the way, Thursday, 2 days from now at 1 p.m. Eastern time on the 14th, Dr. Stephen Gundry, the lectin guy, he's got a brand new book out. Let's see. Do I have his book nearby? I thought his book came in. Let's see. Dr. Gundry, where's your book? Yes, here it is. Unlocking the Keto Code, the revolutionary new science of keto that offers more benefits without the deprivation. So he's going to be on my show. I'll be interviewing him on Thursday, again on Instagram Live. Thank you, IG by Faith. Yes, Unlocking the Keto Code. And so the ones that I'm recording now won't air till June because I'm already booked up through the end of April, and then I'm taking the whole month of May off while I write my book on cold therapy. Start writing my book. So, so that's what I have slated for you guys this week. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you can come back also at 5 p.m. tomorrow Eastern time for day 103. Hopefully you're not so quiet tomorrow. Today you guys are quiet. Cat got your tongue? All right, guys, let me get out of here for now. Thanks so much, and we'll see you again soon. Bye, guys.